Hello everyone, Ash here, and tonight I will be reviewing the Sailor Moon fan-made movie that just got released. I actually heard about this film from Sailor Samara. I want to thank her for telling me about this. And I'm going to do a review of this one, but I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to put this film up against a Hollywood film. Now I know you're all thinking, well, wait, hold up, you're going to put it up against a Hollywood film, a film that has a big budget? You can't really do that, can you? Well, see, I'm going to put up against a film that most people hate, that is despised, that I hate personally. Can you take a guess what it is? Come on, let's hear it. It's pretty easy. Dragon Ball Evolution. Yes, this is going up against Dragon Ball Evolution. Now, let's compare them, shall we? A fan-made film to a Hollywood budget. To a Hollywood... No, I'm not saying blockbuster. Just Hollywood budget is what I'll call it. First and foremost, stories. Sailor Moon, the fan-made Sailor Moon, actually, its story follows it surprisingly well. It does do a good job following the story to the manga and anime. It's not 100% accurate to those, but you really couldn't do it with a fan-made film like this. But you know what? It's pretty close. It's pretty good for what they did. I mean, it's accurate. It's decently accurate, and I did enjoy the story a little bit. I mean, it was a decently enjoyable story. I did enjoy it. So yeah, it doesn't follow it 100% like I said, but 90% or 80% or even 70% like the manga or the anime. But it's still, its story was actually enjoyable. Even though it's short, it's enjoyable. Definitely, if I'm going to compare it to Dragon Ball Evolution story, which Goku being in high school, yeah, or what else? Him wanting to be popular, him being called Geeko, him being Piccolo's slave. I'm sorry, that story was atrocious. I mean, Dragon Ball Evolution story fucking sucked. And for round one, the point goes with no question to the Sailor Moon fan-made movie. Next up, acting. This was probably the biggest weakness for the Sailor Moon fan-made movie, was the fact that the acting needs work. These actors need work. Unfortunately, there were times I was kind of laughing because it was a little bad, a little cheesy at times. But in general, they put some effort in. They did try, and I think if they practice this a little bit more and they keep making these films, I think in general they'll get really good at the acting. But it's gonna take time. This is fan made. It's gonna take a while for them to get good at this stuff. I mean, it's gonna take time. I say get some acting lessons in there, and improve. They can definitely improve. There's definitely signs they can improve, but the acting wasn't that great. It was at times corny, very corny. Its acting was probably its biggest weakness. Dragon Ball Evolution's acting. Well, what acting? I mean, I'm trying to find what acting was good in that. Yamcha, who sounded like a fucking surfer, who was a moron, who was, in the words of Armin 21, he would be a disgrace in a Yui Ball film. There was no good acting in Dragon Ball Evolution. None. So, round two goes to the Sailor Moon fan-made movie. Round 3, the writing. The Sailor Moon fan-made movie, the writing here, it was actually pretty decent. They did a good job with the writing for what they had. I mean, it's nothing special, but it was okay. I thought the lines were a little cheesy here and there, but in general, they did a good job with it. I mean, they did a pretty good job what they could do. But this fan-made, and there are going to be limitations, but, I think the writing was pretty good all around. not gonna say it was anything special, but I'll give it up pretty good. Dragon Ball Evolution's writing. Well, how can we phrase this? It was written by a 2-year-old. Well, no, wait. 2-year-old probably doesn't know how to put sentences together yet, so I'll give him. I think it was written by a 5-year-old. I'm not kidding. That writing was atrocious, just like Dragon Ball Evolution. Point goes to Sailor Moon. Round 4, special effects. This actually was stunning because the special effects in this looked good. For being a fan-made film, they did an amazing job with those special effects. I mean, wow, the castle when it's being destroyed, that looks really good. It looks good, and I mean, in general, they did a great job with those special effects. For being fan-made, oh yeah, those are great special effects. So yeah, being fan-made and having the special effects they did, especially with the transformations, and even Luna, which at first I thought that was just a cow with makeup. I'm not kidding. I thought that was a cow with makeup at first, but then I watched it a second time. That was special. That was CG, and that was pretty impressive. So they did a great job on the special effects. I think that CG looked at times. For being fan-made, it looked great. Great job on your CG, you guys. Dragon Ball Evolution, believe it or not all the special effects were actually atrocious here. When Goku does his Kamehameha wave and he's powering up, that actually looked pretty good. And the Dragon Balls actually looked pretty good. But that was it. For being a Hollywood film, you couldn't even get your special effects to look good. You motherfucking idiots. The dragon looks cheesy as hell and pathetic. When Bulma uses her capsule, it looks ugly. Yeah, well, special effects were atrociously bad. I won't go atrocious, but they weren't that great, except for Goku using his Kamehameha when he's powering up and actually using the Kamehameha, and when you see the Dragon Balls. Those were the only times that they looked good, but yeah, it sucked too. Winner, Sailor Moon again. So was this 4-0 Sailor Moon fan-made movie? Next up, costume and art design. The costumes looked really good. I gotta give a lot of credit for the person who did the costume design for this film. It looked incredible. They did a really good job, especially with Sailor Moon's outfit. That looked great. I mean, wow. I've seen some really good ones, and that was impressive. Very impressive. The person who did the costume design in that film, great job on that. You did a great job. And keep in mind, guys, this is fan-made. Very little budget in this. So, the costumes look good. All the costumes, even Tuxedo Mask, his look good. I didn't think one of them ever felt too cheesy or a little bit. I didn't think they were any cheesy. I thought they looked really good, and the makeup looked good too. I thought the makeup they did a good job with too. So they did a really good job with the costumes and the makeup. Dragon Ball Evolution. Goku's uniform looked tacked on and stupid, and the belt he wore when he was wearing his orange fighting, when he was finally put on the uniform he wears in the anime, it looked cheesy as hell, and the belt looked like a goddamn wrestling belt, and I'm not making that up. It did. It looked cheesy and point without hesitation goes to Sailor Moon. Was this now 5-0? So a fan-made film's kicking the crap out of a big budget. No, don't say that word. Just big budget. In fact, just a Hollywood bullshit film. Let's do the final round here. Music. Dragon Ball Evolution's music sucked. Nothing special about it. Boring. Nothing unique. Stupid music in general. Sailor Moon fan-made music actually had a pretty good soundtrack to it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed listening to it. So the winner of this, without hesitation, Sailor Moon 6. Dragon Ball Evolution, nothing. This just proves that Hollywood, that this proves how much bullshit Hollywood can produce. I mean, honestly though, I just wish honestly that I wish Hollywood would give fans the budget, would give the fans the budget to make the movies, instead of letting them do it, instead of letting those asshole producers who have no clue what they're doing do it. Let the fans do it, because the fans will do a hell of a lot better job than you idiots can. Okay, and I hope we get I hope that we get fan-made Dragon Ball Z film, because I know that would be much better than Evolution. But this Sailor Moon film was actually enjoyable. I enjoyed it a lot. It's not. It needs work. It's still gonna need some work, but you know what? Watch it. It's only 21 minutes long. It's a fun film to watch, and hopefully they'll do more. They'll do more episodes. I assume those are gonna be episodes, right? I hope so. I hope they do. And actually, if the Sailor Moon, the people who made the movie are watching this review, could you do me one favor? Actually, would you mind if I wrote one of your episodes? If this is going to be an episode series or something of that nature, would you mind if I wrote one? I would really appreciate it. I would really love to write an episode of Sailor Moon. That's one thing that I would like to write, is an episode of Sailor Moon. So, alright. But anyways, a grade for these films, Sailor Moon, the fan-made movie, I'm going to give that a B. It gets a B for being a fan-made film. You guys did one hell of a job. I'm giving you a B. You need a little work, but you know what? You're off to a great start. I'll say that. You guys did a good job. B for what you did. And, Dragon Ball Evolution, you can go to hell. You get an F. You can go burn in the depths of hell. You and that cast. Well, anyways, I'm out. Good night.